Hey friends, my name is Miss Crowell and today I'm going to go over the third grade packet for week number 2. So the first activity just says enjoy reading and doing the activities from this week's Social Studies Weekly. So it counts as both reading and writing. You can follow the link that's on the packet or the Social Studies Weekly that they have printed for you. Then secondly, it says to read the nonfiction book Twisters. And so there is a link, or it should also be printed. Use the information from the book to identify the main idea and supporting details. And there should be a paper that looks like this in your packet. Then for something fun, it says build a fort. That's super fun. You could build it with like pillows and blankets. Then practice summarizing what you read to a family member. So read or summarize Twisters to them in your cool new fort. Then it says choose a favorite story. So any story that you want. And while you read, write down the characters and make a list of their character traits. And so there should be this cool graphic organizer, and you could put a character here and give me all the character traits. So what kind of character are they in the book? Are they grumpy? Are they happy? Are they silly? All of that would go here. And then lastly, it says read poetry from Poetry for Kids. Super awesome website, and they can read all different kinds of poetry on that website. Okay, the next section is writing. The very first thing that it tells you to do is you're going to write a travel brochure. So travel, that means to go somewhere else, and a brochure is just a cool little piece of paper that's folded a little bit different, talking about the place that you visited. So there is a link that helps you learn how to write a travel brochure. You're going to create it, and you're going to have pictures and words of a place that you would have been or would even like to visit. And then they have also included this. So things to include in your travel brochure to help you out. The next thing it says is mailbox. There is a YouTube video teaching you how to create an origami mailbox. Origami is just different shapes and things that you can make out of paper. And then it says, and work on writing a letter to all your friends and teachers at school. When you complete them, place them in your little origami mailbox to save when we are able to return from school. I know I would love to get letters from any of my students. The next activity is a comic strip creator. Super fun. I love comic strips. I love to create them. I like to read them. This link kind of shows you how to create a comic strip. And then it says comic strip narrative planning. It is this. So it kind of gives you guidelines on how to create a comic strip. Then after your comic strip, it says we are going to write a haiku. I love haikus. It says take a hike in your neighborhood and make sure you note what you observe, and then you're going to create the haiku. Here is a haiku printable page. Haikus always have 3 lines. Their syllables in each line are 5, 7, and 5. Have fun. Then it says an activity you can do is roll a story, okay? And so if you click on the link, it will look kind of like this. You're going to roll the dice 3 times, or you can just choose one element from each column, and then it's going to help you create your own story. Then it says character compare. Choose 2 of your favorite heroes or villains and use the graphic organizer to write down all of their similarities and differences. Okay, then the last thing says, would you rather? I love playing that game with my own kids. It says, write your opinion to answer the questions. So would you rather be a professional athlete, or a movie star? So answer all of those questions in the packet. Then moving on to math, the very first activity in your math packet is math puzzles. And you should see a page that looks like this. You're going to look at the shapes and then you are going to answer the questions. Okay, the next math activity is called Close Call, and it is a game of all mental math. So this mental math is the kind of math that you shouldn't have to write down or work out, that you should just know it. Kind of like your math facts. All the directions for this super fun game of mental math is in the packet for you. Then it says your next activity is place value maze. So you should see something like this. And the directions at the top of the page, you're just going to start with the number that has the picture on it and add 100 to keep moving around the maze, adding 100 until you get to the bottom of the maze. Then you have place value war. This is a super fun game as well. Here are all the instructions. You're going to need to know your place value. And then the last activity in math is the Prodigy link. Hopefully, you guys have used Prodigy in your classrooms, so you can get on there and practice all your math skills. All right, moving on to science. So the big idea for science this week is force and motion. And so at the beginning of your packet, you have instructions, and it has all the big ideas of what you want your child to learn this week. So we're just, force and motion is what you're going to teach is the way to start or change how something moves from one place to another. The first part of the science is engage, and parents and children, you're supposed to go throughout these activities, parents asking your child questions, children maybe asking your parents or siblings or relatives some questions. So at the first part, you're going, for the engagement, you're going to take a toy car and you're going to put it on a smooth surface and move it around. And then there's lots and lots of questions for you to ask. Then the second part says, ask your child to think of more ways to start the car moving. Use your science journal. So your science journals look like this. And you're going to record all your ideas on your science journal. And then you move throughout, and then the next one is explore. Okay, the question of the week is, how many different ways can we find to make that little car start moving again? And you're going to write that question down again, maybe in your science journal, and then you have a whole bunch of challenges to work with that as you record it in your science journal. Then you have explain. Okay. In the Starting Things Moving science notebook page, so this page right here, you're going to state the most interesting question that you have asked on how to get the car to start and to move. And then again, there are lots of activities and lots of questions for you to have discussions with your children, and for you to have discussions with your family. And then the last one is elaborate. And these are all really amazing links that you can click on to help you learn more about force, more about motion, swings and slides and teeter-totters and all those cool, really fun things. And then lastly is social studies. Read Social Studies Weekly and complete the learning activities. So again, you can click on the link, or you can look at the Social Studies Weekly that the district has provided, and you're going to do a few of those learning activities at the end. And then they offer some videos from that Social Studies Weekly that talks about some topics that were in that. And you can click on the link, and a lot of the videos are in Spanish as well. So I hope that I have been extremely helpful. And again, if you need any help, if you have any questions, please reach out to your teacher. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.